Yeah, look, we my general thoughts. We want to get home, recover, and ramp things up for the next two games in our building. So tonight's another reminder for us as players, as coaches, that yeah, it's not easy to win in this league. It's certainly not easy to win on the road. So to meet those demands is our goal each time. We'll learn from this experience, all of us, and yeah, get home and apply it the rest of the way here. So the good thing is we put ourselves in a good spot. That's it. We put ourselves in a good spot. We're in the playoffs, but we certainly want to be better than that. You know, it's minimally we want to be able to step on that field and meet the demands of the best games, which is our challenge.
We'll go to Braden Gorse, the Denver Post.
Hey Chris, thanks for the time. Is there anything in particular that you're looking to be better in these kinds of games to right the ship and be better on the road? Thank you.
Like I said, Braden, you know, it's these games, football matches at the highest level, which is where we're at, right, in our country. There's so many little aspects to that, tactically, physically, emotionally, focus. And yeah, it's percentages of each of those areas. So even on a night, again, it's 1-0 at halftime. You make some adjustments. We're going to ramp this thing up in the second half. We have a little bit of a pressing scheme we're going to do differently. We're going to pick up some tempo with the ball, a little tighter structure inside of their structure. And you're down 2-0 off a throw-in. So it's so many little things that can hurt you in these games. And again, you know, we like always, when we win, when we lose, we look closely at it. We're always looking to improve and get sharper and better. You know, we're a young team, but we're a good team. And I think we're good because we're young, in fact. So, but with that, you know, the experience in these games, it's not so easy. I've said that all along. So we'll look to get better at all those little ways, but we've done good work. Let's get home and ramp things up for Wednesday.
Back to Braden.
Yeah, Coach, it's only been 2 games, but what if you kind of made a Darren Yappy out wide and having him and Hoffa on the field at the same time?
Well, when Darren's out there, he's a striker, you know, in the way we play a 4-2-3-1. He's in tight, and it gives Georgie another target, another confident target right now. So we ran that one back. I think when we're firing on all cylinders in possession, we can give him more looks at goal, and that wasn't there to the level that we needed it to be. So we have competition up the pitch. You know, we have Calvin, Omir's gotten himself going, Johnny and Yaps. So we have a nice attacking core. We can be flexible how we use those guys. And but I've been happy with the Yappy, the way he's attacking these days. He's confident and he's earned those reps.
Sydney Cole.
Coach, you just mentioned ramping up to Wednesday night. This is 2 home games in 1 week coming up. You know, how important is it going to be to secure those results in a place that you know you can with the home support, with the altitude advantage?
Yeah, listen, the good thing is that they're 2 in a row. We have good teams coming through, like these last games. Toronto at home, this one tonight. They're playoff type games. The crowds are showing up. There's energy. There's some teams are fighting, putting a lot out there. So, how important are those games? Yeah, they will determine where we end up in the playoff picture. So, it's really exciting that that's the case. That will be determined in our building where we've been really good, Sydney. So, I can tell you that our group responds. They respond when we have losses. We've done it all year in a big way, so we'll look to do that again. Again, we around here at the Rapids this year, from the very first game, we've not gotten too low. We've not gotten too high. This is another case of that, where we rebound, take a hard look, we recover, and we get things ready for Wednesday.
Back to Braden.
Chris, how's Cole doing, and what do you think of Ollie tonight?
I thought Oliver, he put in a shift. He battles. He fights in the middle of the pitch. I think he did his part in helping us, stay in it and battle, and fairly clean on the ball. He met the demands of the game for himself in the middle of the pitch with Connor. I think that we always will miss Cole Bassett when he's not out there, but he's been playing a little bit higher up the pitch lately too. But he's a quality player. He's been part of a lot of goals. He's a guy that can help bring our style of play to life with quality, with verticality, with sprinting, with covering ground, hard to play against. So we missed him a bit tonight, I think, but we'll have him back soon.
Back to Sydney.
And Coach, like you said, this team doesn't get too high, too low, and it's been a point of emphasis by yourself, by players on the team, to not drop results twice. Taking on Galaxy, the number 2 seed in the West, what do you expect out of that matchup for the Rapids to be able to not drop 2 in a row, like you said?
Well, for me, Sydney, it always starts and ends with how hard we work and the intensity at which we do things. Our style of play revolves around that. So that's in possession. It starts looking like tempo and verticality, and we move the ball with real decisiveness. And against the ball, that we're a team that can force mistakes with pressing and counter-pressing, and we're tight in our structure. So that's what that game will require. In their building, we pushed them hard in the second half, and we disrupted their play in their building, and we'll be ready. We'll be ready for their quality. They're well coached. They're organized. They can score goals, and we're going to get up for that one. That's a big one. Again, we have our sights set on playoff positioning and making noise in the playoffs.
We'll take 2 more. Back to Braden.
Chris, last one for me. I know you still have to go look back at the film, but is there anything that Minnesota United did particularly well in the final third, maybe particularly Kelvin Yeboah, that they were able to do what they did?
Well, look, I thought they were energetic on the night in general. I thought they broke up a lot of our attacks. When you play 5 in the back, there's not a lot of spaces in front. They put pressure on the ball. They did lots of things that stunted our attack a bit, but in our defensive third, I thought they were dynamic. They're fast, they're explosive. Again, even the goal they score off the throw-in, they connect one pass and they slice behind us. But listen, it's I think they're a good team, especially here at home, and tonight especially I think they were up for it, and I give them all the credit for that.